Hello, everybody. It's Donald J. Trump, and welcome to the podcast. Today, we're coming to you straight from Alaska, a beautiful state, incredible people, very cold, but also very important. And we're here because of something the world is watching very closely. The U.S.-Russia relationship, the war in Ukraine, NATO, sanctions, and much more. And joining me today, a man you all know, President Vladimir Putin of Russia. Vladimir, welcome.
Thank you, Donald. It is always interesting when we meet.
Interesting is one word for it. Some people call it historic. Tremendous chemistry, very strong conversations. And you know, I've always said, it's better to talk than to fight. People forget that. When I was president, we had no wars, no escalation, nothing like what we see today. We had peace through strength. And I think the world misses that.
Under you, the world was unpredictable. But Russia respected your approach. You understood balance of power.
That's exactly right. I understood strength, not weakness. And let's be clear, what's happening in Ukraine right now, this would not be happening if I were in the White House. Everybody knows it. Even people who don't like me, they admit it. Because I know how to deal with strong leaders. I know how to make deals. Now, Vladimir, let me ask you, this war has dragged on. People are tired. Economies are hurting. Why not find a deal? Why not make peace?
Because, Donald, Russia is not fighting for business. We are fighting for security. NATO has moved east again and again. Promises were broken. Ukraine was being pulled away. We cannot ignore it.
I get it. I understand security, but I also understand reality. Sanctions, energy, billions of dollars being burned every month. The world is exhausted, and frankly, NATO isn't perfect. I told NATO countries for years, pay up, pay your fair share. They never listened until I forced them. NATO has been taking advantage of America for decades. And now, instead of fixing things, they push Russia further. It's not smart.
NATO is not defensive anymore. It is expansion. And expansion creates war.
Maybe so. But here's what I know. Wars don't end well for anybody. They don't end well for the people, for the economies, for the families. They certainly don't end well for the leaders. And let's be honest, Russia sells oil, gas, wheat. Even with sanctions, you're still making deals. China's buying, India's buying. Energy is power. And I'll tell you, under my administration, the United States was energy independent. Gas was cheap. Oil was flowing. We were the strongest energy nation in the world. Now, prices through the roof. People can't afford groceries. It's a disaster.
Energy is survival. Without it, there is no economy. Russia understands this. The West is learning it.
And the problem is, instead of focusing on the real threat, China, America, is stuck in a conflict that never ends. China is the real competitor. They take our jobs, they take our factories, they steal our technology, they're building islands in the South China Sea, militarizing everything. Meanwhile, Washington wastes time and money in Ukraine. Not smart. Tremendously foolish.
Russia works with China now, but yes, we also see the future. China is not simple. They are growing too fast.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying. You get it, I get it, but the people running America right now, totally clueless, they don't see the big picture. They're weak, and weakness is dangerous.
Weakness invites war. That is true.
Exactly right. And look, I have to ask you directly, Vladimir, when does this war end? How does it end? People want peace.
When NATO stops moving east, when Ukraine is neutral, when Russia's security is respected, then it ends. Until then, it continues.
You see, that's the problem. Nobody in Washington knows how to make a deal. They don't even try. I could solve this in 24 hours. I've said it many times. You give a little, they give a little, you shake hands, and it's done. That's how deals work. That's how peace is made. But we've got leaders who would rather posture, give speeches, and do nothing.
You always think in deals, Donald. But sometimes history is not business.
Maybe, but history loves winners, and winners make deals. And the truth is, wars don't make winners anymore. They make losers. And you know it, I know it, the world knows it. So eventually, there will be a deal. The only question is how many lives, how much money, how much destruction happens before then?
Perhaps time will decide.
Time. or leadership. Strong leadership. That's what's missing. You may not like me, but you respected me. The world respected me. And that's why there was no World War III, no chaos, no inflation disaster, no endless war. People miss that. And listen, let me end on this. I like Alaska. Beautiful state, strong people. Some say you Russians miss it. But let me tell you, Vladimir, you're not getting it back. Not happening. Best real estate deal in history. And America's not selling. The best. Only thing better would have been if I made it myself. We'd have gotten it for free. Believe me.
America did make a very good deal.
And that's the show, folks. Straight talk, strong talk. I want peace, I want prosperity, I want strength for America and for the world. And I'll always say it, peace through strength, peace through leadership. That's how you avoid wars. That's how you win. Thank you, Vladimir Putin, for joining us here at the Alaska Summit. And thank you all for listening. Until next time, stay strong, stay smart, and remember, nobody negotiates better than Trump. Nobody.